Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are still fighting up over here. I mean, there's not really a whole lot of fighting actually going on. In reality, as soon as it loads in, there we go. In reality, we're just bombarding over here until we have enough for a status quo peace. At which point, we'll just grab this territory and call it good. And then we'll send that army up to the Grand Dragon, while we start working on our preparations to fight the Synthoid Link, who we need to fight because they stole Herma from us, and I'm really salty at them for it. So, that's going to be a thing. Now this mining world, I'm going to go ahead and put an alloy foundry on there. This tech world here, of course, does need a research lab. I did not mean to go there, but whatever. Okay, let's see. This is the start of a new recording session, so I'm still familiarizing myself a little bit with where we were at, but it looks like we were primarily putting our resources into this fleet. I do want to check in the fleet manager. There's a Titan in this fleet. We only have a 2 Titan capacity. I'm going to remove the Titan from this fleet. There we go. That feels better. Okay. Hit that sweet, sweet reinforce fleet button. Go up to faster speed, or fast speed even, not necessarily faster speed right now. And there we go. Fantastic.
Rocket new tech.
Okay, so there's some shield hit points repeatable tech. I'm going to go ahead and grab a bit of a reroll here in barrier point defense. And let's see here. This is actually a big deal because we just finished up our Tech 5 guns, did we not? I believe we did. Let's go ahead and, for now, grab space torpedoes. But I believe we just finished that up. So that means that we should definitely upgrade our ships. So this is Gauss cannons. Fantastic. Okay, everything else is Tech 4 thrusters. Interesting, interesting. We're on advanced combat computers here. We should move to autonomous ship intellects. And everything else looks good on the Corvette. Fantastic. Onward to the destroyer. Same thing here. Picket ships on autonomous ship intellect. And auxiliary fire control is fine, I guess. We'll put Gauss cannons on here. Excellent. And now on the cruiser, Gauss cannons as well. And we need autonomous ship intellect artillery. And everything else looks good. And then for battleships, a Gauss cannon here. In fact, we can have 2 Gauss cannons. That'll be fine. And then we need autonomous ship intellect artillery, and that seems fine. But we're actually currently building one of these. You know what? I'm going to cancel that. And we'll get this fancy upgrade set up. Fantastic. Titans are already on autonomous ship intellects, but we do need to run Gauss cannons. So that's perfect. I'm wondering if maybe instead of the auxiliary fire control for Titans, we go for a secondary shield capacitor. It's actually a pretty big difference, and I really want to protect our Titans. So I'm going to do that. Now for defensive platforms, we are going to need to upgrade those to Gauss cannons as well. We are already on autonomous ship intellects for those. And we seem to be good on ion cannons too. Fantastic. Okay, so now we have some upgrading to do. So let's go ahead and send this fleet here back to Shap to upgrade. And we're going to start this fleet upgrading right now. There we go. Excellent. And then as soon as this is done upgrading, which it will be done quite shortly, we'll just hit that reinforce fleet button. And we'll see what it builds. 3 destroyers. Fair enough. And then once this is done upgrading, we'll bring it back to Fianita. Can we actually status quo this yet? No, we cannot. Okay. They're not into it yet. We'll just keep bombarding. Excellent. Now, of course, we are also building our gateways. We have our first gateway here, and then we're heading up to Shap, and we are also constructing a gateway in Grunthurst. So we're going to be able to jump back to Grunthurst pretty quickly with this fleet. So that's great. And of course, by this fleet, I mean the fleet up here. Okay, so that's basically our game plan going forward, is we're just going to be building up and preparing, because when we're going up against the Synthoid Link, we've got a lot of enemies that we're going to be against. Specifically, the important one is the Vivesandia Consortium over here. We have to make sure that they cannot get into our territory. And for that to happen, we need these two stations fully bulked up. We need Nikor fully defended. We need a couple of very powerful fleets in this area to defend this. We need Fianita good to go, and this fleet good to go. And we should probably have all of our border outposts fully upgraded, I think. Like I said, that's going to be a lot of work. What do we need to upgrade these? That's not bad. It's not bad at all. We'll go ahead and do that.
Construction complete.
Okay, how are we doing on our macro? That looks fine. We've got unemployed pops on this generator world. So I suppose we could bring this up to a confluence of thought. Yeah, we could do that. Okay. Barrier point defense is done. We can grab ourselves plasma cannons, I guess, as a bit of a reroll. Stormfire autocannons, probably. We're not really going to be using those most likely. Maybe I'll take a look at the stats, but we'll have to see.
Research complete.
And of course, we are currently upgrading these ships over here, so that's perfect. And they'll be done momentarily.
Ships upgraded.
There we go. Get back over to Fianita. And we finished capacity boosters. I want to grab Naval Cap next. That's going to be a very big deal for us. We're at 0 reasons for settling status quo, so they're about to be out of this. And we actually are just about done building our gateway over here. So that logistically is going to be huge for us. This gateway is intended to service this entire area for right now. So that's going to be a thing. We're going to have another gateway eventually over here and just in various locations. There we go. Gateway construction site is now ready over here. So that is perfect. And what do we need to actually do this? Well, 2,500 alloys is what we need. So I'm just going to go ahead and hop into the market and buy them just outright. And now we need energy credits because I'm an idiot and didn't read the rest of it. That's okay. I'm going to go ahead and sell this food. And now we can get this gateway building. Fantastic. And of course, we do have another one over here that's going to be done relatively soon. And we should probably just save up alloys for that one, I'm thinking. You guys want out of this war? Yeah, they want out of that. Status quo? Fantastic. Okay. So we now control this over here. We need to bring our fleet back home. And specifically, I want to bring them all the way to Grunthurst, which is going to take them a while. But only 523 days. That's really not too bad, all things considered. Let's see, we need a building on this generator world, and we can definitely get away with building a bioreactor, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. Excellent. And I feel like after this gateway construction site here, the next most important location for one would be Fianita. So come on up over here as soon as you're done with that. And we didn't queue this one up, did we? No, we're just moving to Shap. Excellent. Well, we do need a lot of things. But I think we're saving our alloys for this gateway construction site, so that should be fine. That'll be done in 5% more, so not very long at all. And Rim is not very well defended, but realistically it's this side of the wormhole that we really need to defend. So I feel like we don't even technically need this starbase anymore in Rim, because we control the other side of the wormhole, so that should be fine. But this side we do actually need to defend, so we're going to need to upgrade this. That's going to be quite important. This gateway construction site is now ready, and we have the alloys for it, so that is perfect. Okay. So now we have some time before our construction ships are located where they need to be for the next gateway construction sites. But we're going to, most importantly, be able to connect Grunthirst over here. That's the big deal. Okay, so we have a big need for alloys right now. Like an absolutely huge need for alloys before we can declare this war. But we are absolutely declaring on the Synthoid Link next. But currently, our top priority is getting this fleet back to Grunthirst for repair. Or rather, not repairs, but rather for upgrades. So come on in. That is our priority right now. And then by the time we get there, we should hopefully have enough alloys to pull that off, since it's 2,000. And then our next priority for alloys after that is continuing to construct 2 more gateways. Specifically the one at Shap and the one at Fianita are the 2 that are super important that we get done. Beyond that, I would like to have one down over in this area, but I don't feel like it's amazingly necessary. At least not for this upcoming war, although we are going to be at war with these guys. We might want to be able to pop a fleet over there real quick. That's not a very strong fleet. Their fleet power is pathetic compared to ours. I suspect that we don't care. These guys are apparently equivalent compared to us, but their fleets do not look equivalent. I don't know, maybe there's something that we just don't see. But if these guys are pathetic, then all we need to do is bulk up these, and we don't need to worry too much about defending them, especially with that Ascension perk we picked up. So ultimately, I think that's going to be okay. Let's have you go to Shap and get there a little quicker, and you to Fianita. I feel like that'll be slightly more efficient. And what do we actually need to build this? 2,500 alloys, 250 or 100 influence. Okay, so all we actually need is the alloys right now. We can pick those up. Yes, extend our deal. Thank you very much. We can dump a little bit of food here. Pick up a few more alloys. Okay. And we need 2,500, right? So 5,000 total for each gateway? Yeah, that's not too bad. So by the time we get there, we will definitely have our 2,500 alloys for the Shap gateway. So that's perfect.
Rocket new tech.
Plasma cannons are done. Let's go ahead and grab proton launchers next. We're just cleaning up easy techs at this point, honestly. And how are we doing technologically against these guys? Equivalent, apparently. Okay. We need to do any macro? No, we do not. Sounds good. Let's go ahead and get our mega structure here in Shap queued up. And specifically, I want our gateway to be located... I feel like over here. So go ahead and get that going.
Research complete.
Stormfire autocannons are done. Fantastic. Minerals from jobs. We're operating at a deficit, so that's going to be a big deal for us. And then our next goal is, in the next little over a year, have 2,500 alloys for this over here. But we're also currently working on upgrading our major fleet. So that's a thing. And that's where all of our alloys are currently going. So that's going to take some time, but we're going to get a bunch back because it works in mysterious ways. I don't exactly know how this system works, but after you finish it, you get some back. It's like it takes a specific amount, and then at the end, it refunds you what it didn't need. It's kind of weird. But that's where our alloys are going to go for a while here. But anyway, I do need to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.